Welcome to ASD Crawlers Crawl Masters 2019, the Bay Area's premier crawl event. This is along the San Mateo County coastline, right next to Santa Cruz, at Pigeon Point Lighthouse. The day started off rainy, with drivers coming from other states. We had to wait for the high tides to subside so we could go wheel. It was like a 2-hour delay, but everyone had fun. It was raining. We watched the storm come in, go out. Drivers had to compete, wet or dry. And this was a heck of a day of RC for bragging rights and to show what you and your rig could do. We can't wait to show you this day's footage.
Man, it was pouring rain when we pulled up. It was still dark. I said to myself, this ain't happening today. But what a course. What a day. The course was underwater at 6 a.m. We had to wait it out. I went out and bought a full rain suit for this. I trained for this crawl. This is one of the Northern California top, you make it through this crawl, you might, somebody. I spent, a good 800, 900 bucks on my rig, trying to build the rig just for this event. We trained for it. We went out and used our winches, which we don't normally use, but we had to learn how to use those. I lost sleep over it. The anxiety for the buildup was, I was ready a week before the date, and just how it was. And to get there, to be in that element, it was something out of this world. I mean, this video don't do it justice the way it was actually there that day. I mean, pouring rain, everyone's crawling down there by the ocean, and you got waves smashing up against the back of you, rain coming down from above, plus the wind, along with the stress of just making it through those gates. And they were not easy gates. But hands down to everyone who competed, everyone who finished. Shout out to the guy who won, Greg Passmore. I mean, that says a lot to do that course in the amount of time that he did. The environment was, it was like the Super Bowl. It was the same feeling that NFL players have the day of the Super Bowl. That's what I felt like. It was just, I was so hyped up for it. And, I was a little bit sad when it was over with. There was so much buildup for that. It just went so quick. It was over with and done. But we'll be ready for the next one. And, that's this really good event. And this is like the Top Gun of RCing for sure. And watch this video. It'll bring you in there. It won't do you justice like it was that day, but it's close. And, on to the next one.
Yeah, Crawl Masters 2019, where your mind, body, and rig is tested against the elements of Northern California. This is one event that, man, I have grown to respect highly. We stepped on the scene last year, and we made it to just stand there for last year's Crawl Masters at Mount Diablo. And as while you were watching some heads come back head low, they were still optimistic to say, when I would ask them, what you going to do for next year? They're like, I'm going to start building my rig right now. 365 days later, ASD put out a call out. Let everyone know, 50 drivers. Just to be on that list was an event. And that list also, people couldn't make it, so there was extra people on that list that pulled up for this event. This is very exciting right here for us to share this with you guys. Shout out to ASD and the ASD crawlers. They came out here and did this on the Pacific Coast. A crawling spot that Highway 1 RC shares with the Santa Cruz crawlers. It's a beautiful location. Unforgiving location. A location full of salt water, a location where your rig could literally get taken away by a wave. And when I'm saying these guys pulled off an event, they pulled off an event. This happened on a weekend where the king tides were at their highest. So the course was totally underwater when when people showed up. There was a 2 hour delay just because the waves were hitting that hard. So imagine going to one of the most intense crawl events in the Bay Area with an intense storm right on your back. Yeah, it couldn't get no better than that. Shout out to all 50 drivers that showed up early and waited their turn, picked a coin. I had to wait hours. And even laughing and jokingly waiting when my number was called, I was even like, oof, I wasn't even ready. And truly I wasn't. Nitro J, Off One Tone, NMP, all of us here, we had a hell of a time at this event, and we can't wait to share this with you guys. But we wanted you guys to see, because this drone is not giving justice to what these 50 drivers had to endure. And this is Crawl Masters, bro. Not everyone gets a crown. Not everyone gets to be called a Crawl Master. Shoot. If I were you, I'd go see all the other YouTube channels that were filming this day. And they'll show you. There's a lot of heads hanging low, but a lot of big smiles, because even if you didn't finish this event, this was the event to be at. Highway 1 RC, we're going to show it the best way we possibly can. The real way.